Hi, in today's quick tip, we'll take a look at how to create a vignette in Photoshop. Welcome. There are several ways to create a vignette in Photoshop, but today we're going for simple, so let's dive in. First, we'll create a Levels adjustment layer. Click on the adjustment layer icon, go up to Levels, and click. Go to the output bar and click on the white point adjustment slider on the right. Bring that slider toward the middle until you see the output level reading about 128. Next, check to be sure your foreground and background colors are set to the default white and black. If they aren't, press the D key on your keyboard to be sure to set them back to white and black. Next, make black your foreground color by pressing the X key to toggle your foreground and background colors. Now, click on the layer mask for the levels adjustment to make the mask active. Next, either press the B key on your keyboard to open the brush tool or click on the brush tool icon in the toolbar. We're going to need a hard-edged brush for the vignette. Check to be sure that the hardness of the brush is at 100% by clicking on the brush drop-down menu. From here, we need to increase the size of our brush either from the menu or with the right bracket key. We need a good sized brush for a vignette, so in this case we'll go up to about 2600 pixels. Be sure your brush opacity and flow settings are at 100%. Check again to be sure you're on the layer mask. Then click once with the brush on the area you want as the focal point of your image. Now you should have a nice bright circle around the focal point. Press Command-T on a Mac, Control-T on Windows to open the Transform tool. From here, you can stretch the vignette however you like. To make an oblong shape, press and hold the Shift key while dragging. When you have the vignette resized to your liking, click the check mark to close the Transform tool. Now we need to soften the vignette. Go over to the Layer Mask properties and increase the feather slider to soften the edge of the vignette. In this case, about 300 pixels looks good. Since this is non-destructive, you can always go in and adjust the levels slider to lighten or darken the corners of the vignette. If the overall vignette effect seems to be too much, you can just lower the opacity of the levels adjustment layer by clicking on the opacity drop-down and bringing it down a bit. I think in this case, I'll leave it at 100%. Vignettes can be overused and overdone. What I like to do when I'm applying a vignette is to zoom out of the image. If the vignette looks too dark or just too overpowering, back it off. Some images don't need a vignette at all, but in this case, I think it looks great. Here's the before and the after. The vignette definitely brings more focus onto the subject. Well, there it is. A quick and easy way to create a custom vignette in Photoshop. If you've got a favorite way of creating a vignette in Photoshop, let us know in the comments below. We'd be happy to hear from you. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed today's quick tip. If it helped you, please don't forget to click the like button and subscribe if you'd like more Lightroom, Photoshop, and Final Cut Pro content. Also, leave me a comment below if you have any questions about Lightroom, Photoshop, or Final Cut Pro, and maybe we'll do a video addressing your question. Thanks for watching.